One.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Season 10 Great Ball Power Rankings of the SCDA. My name is Spades with the blurry ass camera, and joining me is, in the blurry ass picture, Prince.
Screw you. Well, I've been here for 10 seasons and
Well, the blurry
figuring out
picture's my fault, so.
learning.
But
I
you do
got
have the
no.
goated PFP, so I kind of have to deal with that.
I
Like,
could
your
have done
PFP is one of the
Cambot.
best. Alright. You all know what
Very
you're here for.
underrated.
You're here for your power rankings, and we have such thing. We have 18 teams for Great Ball, and let's just jump to it.
Uh,
All right. So first up, we have the Wild Soars by Winter.
ooh,
Keep in mind this is in draft order, and they first
that
picked
is.
Ursa Luna, and I think what me and Chad were talking about in Premier Ball, with Ursa Luna kind of being the hit new toy, I would say, because this format, for
It's,
those that don't know, is basically Regulation D. But we made Iron Leaves and Walking Wake legal because we aren't cowards. But yes,
wrong there.
this team is Ursaluna, Glamora, Screamtail, Breloom, Slowking, Typhlosion Hisui, Altaria, Avalug Hisui, Mabostip, and Florigato. My guest Prince, take it away.
From his first pick is goated. But after that first pick, it looks very dismal.
Okay, so
He looks like he was trying to go for Trick Room, but Christ above, that's not Trick Room.
all right, so here's where I intervene. Screamtail, I think, is one of the best A tiers. Glamora is one of the best
It
B
is.
tiers. Ursaluna is one of the
It
best
is.
S tiers. Typhlosion's a good A tier. And then Breloom and Slowking fill out a nice Firewater Grass core. So, like, the
Mm-hmm.
individual Mons, I like a lot.
They are good,
The
but the team
synergy
does not work
between
like that.
them is where, well, at least you have the concerns. So, I guess
Mm-hmm.
for my limited experience with Ursaluna, the first thing that I want is something that can set Trick Room and I can Earthquake next to. And I don't have that.
We should have drafted either Orangaru or Cresselia.
Well,
Cresselia
Cresselia is
has
a
the
round one pick, and that's another discussion when we get there of how good that mon is. But
is
there still
Orangaru
is Trick
field.
Room with one of the bulkier Trick Room setters. Screamtail is, I think, going to shine in A tier, just being Screamtail and being annoying. And you have
Mm.
good damage on the physical and special side. Like Breloom or Ursaluna handle the physical damage, and then Glamora and Typhlosion handle the special damage quite nicely.
Yes, but this
Guru is still
team,
available. Interesting.
funny enough, this team is not slow enough for Trick Room or fast enough for Tailwind. These
I mean, the
features
Tailwind is
are
Altaria, which you take it. Altaria got
it's
speed buff this
shaky.
gen anyway, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah,
Jesus
it's
Christ, alright, I'm turning this off for a bit to
we-
like
we-
refocus. I hate my stupid camera. I need a new one. Focus,
Christ.
please. Fuck you, camera.
He's screwed.
Alright, so the
Christ.
speed tiers is, I guess, oh, there we go, perfect. The speed tiers are the first point of concern.
Mhm.
But there are some hype mons in this team, with Ursaluna, Typhlosion, and Avalug being kind of new toys. I just wish that the speed control was a little better suited. But I think you did pick some of the best mons in the tiers. Like, I think your first 7 might be the best mons in each of those tiers. Or, like, some of them in those tiers. So, like, they're all really good, and the quality of mons are high.
Mhm.
So,
To be
there's a big
honest,
plus.
if he just took out the Screamtail and the Slow King and probably switch it out with a Basque Legion and a decent Trick Room setter, this team could get a lot better from him.
Okay, but from what it stands, this looks like a team that wants to kind of start out with doing a little bit of damage, and then Ursaluna comes and cleans up. That's how I see this team working, and it's bulky enough that I think it can work out. But again, we've voiced our opinions here, and now we get to rank it
Mhm.
into the glory old tier list.
Correct.
And
I think it's B tier.
yeah, I think it's B. The quality of Mons, again, I really like, but I think the synergy
Mm-hmm.
doesn't
The
overlap.
synergy is just way off. It's
But
off.
I
As
can be very easily proven wrong because this thing has Eruption, Typhlosion Hisui.
wait, that's its B tier.
Its speed
95.
tier is
Whoa.
95, so throw a Scarf on it, you can't fake it out. And Frisk is one of the best. It says Flash Fire, but it's Frisk. Frisk is one of the best
Mm.
abilities in the game. So I'm looking for Typhlosion to be good this season. I really hope it is. And
To be
Ursula.
honest, it's yeah.
Alright. Next up, we have the
Ooh.
Norcall Necrozmas by Hinatori. First picking Reggie Alecki. Hey, I did that too. Iron Bundle,
Hey.
Lander's Eye, Gothitelle, Abomasnow, Fungus, Pincurchin, Muck, Corvuscar, and Drifloon. Alright, Prince, how do you like Blizzard spam?
Alright, so if this team has a ground type, it's fault. The- to be honest, this team just goes electric spam plus water and ice move. There's no way you can go wrong with
Yeah,
this. There
literally
is
taking
no
the
way.
fastest two Pokemon in the format,
And the
Alecki and Iron
hardest hitting
Bundle.
ones. Oh,
Oh
Christ.
boy, yeah. And then Landorus is a strong special attacker.
And encouraging for the terrain to activate Iron Bundle and you're like, holy
Oh
shit.
no. So
This
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 team has
team,
synergy up the ass. Holy crap.
holy shit. This team is actually goated.
Yeah, this team's actually really nice, except for one thing.
Oh.
I see one thing.
But
I do
but
not see fire
Corvus
resist.
Squire,
That's the only thing I see. There's no fire resist.
that is the reason why
Or
Terra
dark
exists, my
resist, for that matter. Yes, Terra exists.
So to
Physical
be honest,
attacker, I
it's
mean, Alecki and Landorus are technically physical attackers. And I guess
yeah.
Abomasnow for that matter. But your best stuff is special. I will give you that. The best stuff is special. However,
And
that stuff is. This is some of the best stuff you can do with special attack.
I saw this.
Yeah. So I guess relying on Landorus, like kind of being physical sometimes, Alecki being physical sometimes, and even A-Bomb could be physical, but again, you don't want to rely on those. Like, I say that as trying to support it, but at the same time, I know that's usually not what you want to do. So, I hope you can beat an Assault Vest. That's all I say. And I think that is the only thing putting this in A tier, is that you lose to an Assault Vest. But your special damage is so good that
It's hard to stop. It's very hard to stop.
yeah, it could be at the bottom of A because, again, the typings weren't that good. So when we go down, this is probably the bottom of A, but we'll get there.
You know what's funny?
It's offensive. That's all that matters.
You know what's funny? This team loses to Suin Guja.
Does. All right, next up we have the Hurtin Haluchas by Crow. This is Chinpao, Great Tusk, Arcanine Hisui, Quaquaval, Braviary, Iron Leaves, Grumpig, Venonat, Scyther, and Swalot.
Alright, so
Chinpao, Great Tusk. That's a nice VGC combo that a lot of people are running right now with Terra Flying Chinpao and Great Tusk clicking Earthquake.
you know what's funny? This team has no special attackers.
It's kind of the opposite of the other team. Look at that average attack stat. That is 102.
Oh shit! And there's a whole friggin' Swallow, a set. Does Braviary get Tailwind?
Braviary gets Tailwind and it's Defiance, so that's kind of your Intimidate Deter, if you will.
Yeah.
But
And it's good speed control too. This
I
team.
don't know if Braviary's good speed control. This team kind of lacks the speed control.
Yeah, it does.
But
Because Carfritos is still it's still a problem.
This team's just all physical.
It,
Interesting. Type
it's
chart
the
wise,
opposite
type
of the
chart's
second
got a
team.
lot of W's, which isn't that great. Man, there's so many teams that we've seen so far that just want to click buttons. This is another team that doesn't care; it just wants to click buttons.
Funnily enough, this team is just Lichiempo and a Scarfer and you're set for life.
Yeah.
That is what it does.
I mean, you have Intimidate with Arcanine. You have Defiant to deter
With
Intimidate.
Braviera.
You have Fire, Water,
Oh,
Grass, which is pretty nice. Although they're all, well, no, I guess, yeah, you have many weaknesses to flying, which is funny. But if they Terra Flying, Sheen Pow's good. But, too
this
many
team,
physical
well,
attackers is a problem, and kind of not having a real nice speed control is kind of an issue. I think
so
this
it
one goes
loses.
into B.
It's B tier.
Yeah,
I
it
think
goes
it's like
here.
third B or second B, but
Yeah, we're gonna shift
it's
this
below the
around a
first
lot.
B.
I feel because this team I'm starting to like less the more I think about it. So I might move down, but we'll
Mhm.
get there. We have lots of teams to go. Maybe they're all bad. All right, the Small of Garden.
Holy, I love this team.
All right,
I
so
love this
another
team.
double S. We've seen a few double S's already. Fluttermane, Iron Hands, Palafin, Overquill, Serena, Berserker, Dugtrio,
I
Oricorio,
hate these
Dunsparce,
teams.
and Mesprit.
Alright, so I have a problem with this team.
What is that?
It does not know what it wants to do.
Well, I introduce you to the archetype of good stuff. You have the best special attacker, you have one of the best physical attackers. Palafin, which I think was a little better than people thought last season.
It is.
Uh,
I concur.
Overquill is kind of a
Overcool.
new toy, so we get to see how that plays. Serena is Serena. Berserker's the best D tier steel type.
Hmm.
This team's actually quite nicely balanced, I think. It's got a good match of speed. It's got a good match of kind of slow. Speed control wise,
It has none.
tailwind on
It
Oricorio.
has none.
But
That is not well. That is not a set.
hang on, you're too loud. Turn you
Oh,
down.
for you.
Yeah, I turned you down.
Uh,
But
funny.
the type chart looks good. You actually have 0 W's on the type chart, so that's a win.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
Ah,
Offensively, the types look fine. And actually, I think Oricorio. What does Oricorio's type show up? It shows up as fire, but it can be any of the 4 Oricorios. I think it's fine.
yes. You know
Uh,
what's funny?
hmm.
If this team got rain, specifically Pelipper, it would be a lot better.
But it did
This
not.
team could
As Pelipper was a hot
if,
commodity and was taken.
try and trade for it.
I like the
Try.
team. I think there's a lot going for it. Again, having
It's not bad.
Fluttermane and Iron Hands are 2 of the best mods, so getting both of them is quite nice. But
Yeah, could use the speed control or some.
alright,
Hey,
so the speed control is about the only thing that we are questioning, but there still is, and there's a Fluttermane that can still click Icy Wind if it wants to. You have a Trick Room setter. You have pretty
so shit, it
decent
was a
speed.
misprint?
Yes. This is the best team
Oh
we've seen
shit.
so far.
It's either high A tier or mid S.
I think we can put it into S at this point. I think we
I
can put
thought
it up
well,
here. I think it's clearly better than the other 3. I would definitely
it
take
is.
this one over the other 3. That's for sure.
It is
So
a better build overall.
yeah, it's really well balanced, and I think balance in draft can take you a long way. Everything here is usable, even Dunsparce. Eviolite is a broken item. It just is.
Don't forget Serene Grace for fringing.
Yes.
Body press plus headbutt.
And you
Holy
have
shit.
Trick Room if you want to go with like the Iron Hand stuff, so it's very difficult to prepare for. And you have, well,
Um,
yeah, I think it's got everything it needs. All right. Dupiter.
holy
Kyle.
shit, this team. This team is goated actually, the fuck?
Okay, so it's Chi-Yu, Dragapult, Sylveon, Toxtricity, Medicham, Glalie, Iron Treads, Quillfish, Kilowattrel, and Vigoroth.
I have one word.
I like it.
I have one word.
What?
S tier.
S tier.
Oh, yeah.
I think I agree
This
with
team
you.
is up there.
I think it's got
This
everything.
team, this team has tailwind, fast attackers, slow
Hmm.
mons that thrive in tailwind, a balance in types, and and don't underrate on Medicham because that bitch hits hard.
You got Fake Out, you have
Hard.
Trick Room on the Medicham if you wanted to. You have Answers to Trick Room,
Exactly.
Dragapult, which is one of the most versatile Pokemon in Draft. Chiyu, which it's the fish.
It's a chill. It's a
It's
chill.
really, really good. And Kilowattrel, I think, is one of my, at least my favorite picks. So, as an electric type with Tailwind is quite nice. I
You
dig
know
this
what's
team a
funny?
lot. I think this is like you said. I think as far as like what weaknesses I see, the type chart is the only place I can go, and I am clicking a ground move as much as I can.
You know what's funny? This team isn't even that grown.
And we don't punish the
Funny,
ground
you know.
weakness that well. That is the big kicker here. Is like, yes, we have all of this power, and like there's a lot of things we really like, but Terra
Mhm.
Ground is a thing that's going to happen to this team often and often and often. The water type isn't great. There's no grass type. Your ice type is Glalie, which we all know how good Glalie can
Don't
be, isn't
don't
as
disrespect
consistent as
Haley.
you'd like. So I think that alone puts this team A, but we can put it up to S if the other teams aren't nearly where this is at. I like this. I like
You
this team. Other than that, the ground issue, really bad, really really bad.
you know what's funny? That's you thinking something can survive a 3U heat wave into a friggin' move from Jagapur because I doubt there's a man that thinks this.
Yeah. So
But
everything goes in
offensively, this
A.
team is strong. It's strong as fuck.
We're gonna do this.
That's inefficient as fuck.
Yeah. So they're like the power is good, but again, there are a lot of issues, key issues that hold it back. So, all right.
Grand weakness.
Mountain Home Mawiles from Iliaco. And this was the team I was trying to get them to pick Dozo Giri, and they wouldn't do it.
Ah, you know what's funny? If they dropped the Roaring Moon and probably how high is Tatsugiri? 18?
Yeah. I tried.
It's kind of
They
different.
wouldn't do it.
If they had the Roaring Moon and something else, this thing could have been
Alright, either way, let's
amazing.
look at the team. So there's Arcanine, Enamorus, Crocodile, Rotombo, Tinkaton, Roaring Moon, Toxapex, Sliggoo, Hisui, Crocolore, and Gothita. Another double S. I think a lot of teams have been doing double S.
You know what's funny? This team does not have what's it called? Peristroke. Huh. That's a first. That is your
There's Paris
first.
song somewhere, probably. We're just missing it. Okay.
Uh,
So we have Moon and Enamorus, which really good physical, really good special attacker. We have Fake Out.
mhm.
We have
Think Attack is very underrated.
yes, because it can actually
It
fake
is.
out inner focus mons. Funnily enough,
Yes, more breakers are good
Moonbreaker
ability.
is an ability. Double Intimidate though, which I think can be more of a problem than people think.
Very,
Rotombo
very
is a
easy.
good kind of filler. I guess it just fits the
Good
typings
scarf, man.
nicely. Yeah. Two forms of
And
Tailwind.
the Toxapex. Why the Toxapex here? That's
It's just an
bullshit,
E tier.
actually.
E tier water type. That's probably the criteria that he was looking at.
And he fits it. He fits the criteria.
This team's gonna be very reliant on Moon and Enamorus, I think. Like
It
those
could
are
use some
clearly the
redirection,
best
but
two Mons.
mhm.
What ice weakness is a thing? Yes. Okay. Interesting.
Oh,
This team confuses me because I want to say it's bad, but at the
but it's
same
not bad.
time,
It's
there are
decent.
good pieces here. I just don't like that everything kind of feels clumped together into the same pot, if you will. Like ice weaknesses, not great attacks from the middle stuff. Like, I feel like it's just gonna kill with an Amorous and Roaring Moon all the time.
That's not real. Well, it's not that bad. I mean, it has. Huh.
You're just as confused
have
as
no
me, aren't you?
comment. I have no comment.
We're both kind of just confused what this draft actually does.
B tier? Can you agree on that?
I think B tier, only because we don't know what it is. I think that's where this goes. Like I see Double Intimidate, I see Enamorous, and I see Roaring Moon, which are like, really fast stuff. Trick Room goes up, you're gonna be slower than everything. So big problem there is people will bring Trick Room against you, and the answers you have for it aren't that great.
I mean, there's a Crocodile sitting
and the ice
right
weakness is present, to say the least. Arcanine cannot carry that.
You know what's funny? This team loses to Obama Snow.
So just don't play the Obama Snow team. GG easy.
So you're coming to create
RNG. More, but I'm kind of lost.
I am coming. The type chart is.
We can Earthquake next to Enamorous, Rotom, and Terraflying Roaring Moon. That's what we're doing with Crocodile. I gotcha. We did it.
But does anything get that hurt me, like anger point? Or you know what? Next team.
Tinkaton isn't ice resistant, it's not showing it. I'm gonna blame Wendell for his dock. Either way.
Oh no. Wendell is going to
the best mons are weak to ice. Enamorous and Roaring Moon. And then you have Crook and Rotom, which are mons you want to bring too, so.
And Terra Steel decided to Crocodile and quick.
There we go, we did it. Alright. Look at the screen. What do you see?
I see a Mosold, a Zero Hour, a Graphite, Frigga Giraffe, Arbolive, a Star. I see a Sucking.
But what about this team is kind of apparent?
What? I don't know.
How about you look at the type chart? It might show you what you need to see.
Oh shit.
It's mono normal, yes.
Wait, who drafted this? Who freaking drafted this?
Pengy Turtle. Drafted mono normal.
Is Cyril really in the chat?
I don't think so.
Christ, I need to ping Cyril. He's coming into the... he's going to have to draft freaking Mono Ice on a few days.
Oh no, we don't need the Mono Ice.
We need the Mono Ice.
Anyways, while you do that, I will talk about the Monotype team, because I have experience here. This is my craft.
No. This is my
craft. This person is doing beautifully. No, it's not. How many Monotype teams have you drafted?
4.
Never mind. Alright, fine. You win. Anyways, before we dive into what the mons are, I will give my... If you do want to play a Monotype team, the big things are... 1. Don't draft 4X weaknesses. 4X weaknesses will kill you, because people are going to bring stuff that you're weak to anyway. So 4X weaknesses, bad. 2, you need to make sure you get the best of those tiers, like in the middle tiers. And, well, you just need the best type in each of the tiers if you want any shot. Like, you need the high quality to have a shot. As far as this team goes, Maushold is good, Zoroark is good. And then the rest of it, you have to work very hard to get to work. Fairygraph is bulky and pretty strong, but It requires work. Arboliva
Spade,
needs work.
spade,
Yes.
spade.
Yes.
I am seeing tech before my eyes.
You're just seeing tech. All right, let's see
Do
this.
you know?
Let's hear this tech.
Do you know what's funny? Tower, which entrainment, and Moxie. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Oh no, you're gonna give Slacking Moxie.
That is
Nope, that tech is
that
gone.
is an actual. Wait, what? Right?
This team is going to be very difficult to pilot, I will say the least. Mousehold is going to be kind of the glue that holds everything together. Everything else kind of needs a little bit of redirection to help set Trick Room up or do tons of damage. The big thing about normal, though, is that you generically don't resist anything.
I mean, he's immune to ghosts.
But having immunities is also one of the tips to be playing monotype. And so you do have Zoroark, which is the best immunity you can get. It's the only normal ghost. So you're immune to your only weakness.
Which is what? Fighting?
Fighting, yes.
You know what's funny? Nothing on this team resists the CC from a Urshifu.
Zoroark takes a CC very well.
Oh, she forgot to get some illusion.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun. Your opponent has to play a little mini game of if they close combat into it or not. Either way, there's Tailwind and Trick Room. There's a Fire and Grass type. Graffiti,
hey, Final Gambit.
Eye can be annoying. Staraptor, Final Gambit, set Trick Room with something, and then go into Arboliva. Nice little strat. You have Slacking, which you can pair with Graffiti or with Pyroar, as you said.
Listen. You see that team that's weak to ground? Yeah, listen. Just Terra ground the Slacking, give it Moxie, and click fucking Earthquake.
Alright,
that's all I'm telling you to do.
By general monotype, it goes towards the end, but it could very easily take some games.
For a monotype team, I give it like B tier, but for overall, this is like a C D tier.
Yeah.
On God.
We will move right along to the New York Mankeys from Mod Pro. We went with Basculegion Male, Iron Valiant, Pachirisu, Gudra Hisui, Jumpluff, Sableye, Moltres, Haxorus, Ice-Q, and Chansey.
Alright, so I have... What does this team do?
Does what do?
Is it just Pachirisu follow me plus attack?
But this team does?
Wait, never mind.
I think it's got lots of... Like, the support stuff is good. Pachi with the redirection. Sableye is Sableye, and we all know how annoying that thing is. It's got...
Jumpluff gets Tailwind, right?
Yes, Jumpluff gets Tailwind. And Jumpluff is also a very, very good Pokemon as well. So, like, there's 3 really different types of support here, which I really like. Because, like, they're all different in their own way that you have to play around them differently. Pachi, you have to play around differently. Jumpluff, you play around differently. And then Sableye, good luck playing around Sableye.
Alright, so quick question. I'm kind of new to this. What the fuck does Basculegion do?
So do you see that ability too?
Oh, fuck.
And do you know what move was introduced this generation?
Which one?
Wave Crash.
Wait, it gets that?
And it gets Last Respects.
You're joking.
I am not. And this graphic is a lie. Basculegion's first ability, or maybe it's third, I forget, is Swift Swim.
Oh, but does Sableye get Rain Dance?
Sableye gets Rain Dance.
And there's a whole ass Gudra Hisui.
And there's a Gudra Hisui, which Sableye sets screens for is an unkillable.
And I would know that. For some weird reason, I know that.
is the perfect Sashmon on this team.
You know what's funny?
Do tons, or not even Sash, maybe just booster energy, but it does tons of damage, both on the physical and special side. This team's got a lot going for it.
I think there's a Chansey.
The Chansey, if it comes, it's hype, but if it doesn't come, we understand.
The only picks that I would change is that the Haxorus, but it's not bad. Stealing people we
Haxorus is a good
prefer.
one. I think Haxorus is very underrated. 147 attack is not something to joke around with. But I think Basculegion could be... It's going to be something I want to watch for, because I think we may have over-tiered it for its speed tier. But at the same time, adaptability, last respects, and wave crash is way too much.
I have a feeling it's going to have a...
And it's 120 HP, and you have Sableye that has prankster screens. So, like, they might not even be able to kill it.
I mean, it has 65 and 75 base defense
respectively. 120.
I mean, it's fat. It is fat, but shit.
I like this team.
Alright, I backtrack. It's not going to die.
I think this might be A for me. I think it's got everything you basically need.
If we put... What was the team that we put in S there?
I don't think it's better than that team. We put...
It's not.
We put this team in S.
Alright, it's not better than that team. It is not.
But I actually really like this squad.
This is like high A tier.
I'm going to put it up here for... no, I'm going to put it in A. Sorry, I said A. We'll probably move it up. But I actually really like it.
High. Very high tier.
I like the no logo.
Yeah. Boom.
I think it's got a lot of pieces I like. And Sableye is... Like, the three support mons pair really well with your threats really nicely. And then Moltres and Haxorus are not nothing. They are actual threats, I think. And you can make good use out of both of them. So
I think they don't realize how high Moltres' base special attack is.
Yeah.
125. If you guys fear a friggin' Draco from a Dragapult, imagine an overheat from a Moltres.
Yeah. Does it still
it does not.
This game? I don't think it gets burned up.
I think it does.
Oh, it does get burned up? That's a sweet move.
It does.
I love that move. But no, I think this is a sneaky good team.
You know what's funny? Have you ever seen a Terrafire burn up?
No, but I've seen Terra Electric double shock, if that counts.
Yes, it does not lose its type.
There we go. Alright, next up we have the Burned Tower Sacred Fire by ND.
Oh.
And we
they took the Cresselia.
They took the Cresselia, and Cresselia is going to be a big talking point this season.
Wait, is this our trick room?
Yes. I'll let you take the wheel.
Spades, take a back seat. Let the pro in.
This is great. I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to...
Alright.
You got it.
Alright, so you have the best trick room set in Cresselia. It does not die. King Gambit is excellent for revenge killing because nothing... Black Glasses Sucker Punch is very good. Isn't that right, Spades?
I love Black Glasses King Gambit's my favorite set.
Yes. And Hariyama, Fake Out plus Flame Warp or any item, even friggin' normal gem, you're guaranteed that friggin' trick room. You're guaranteed. Yeah, what does Lucian lower again? Is it special attack or physical?
It's attack.
Oh, ooh.
So it lowers your King Gambit, and it lowers your Hariyama, and it lowers your Azumarill.
That's going to be a problem. But the Fire Water Grass Core is not... It's not bad, actually. Azumarill, it's absolutely...
It's all slow.
Hey, this team can actually perish trap. And the crabs are there as the water resist. For a hard trick room team, it's actually good. It's good for a hard trick room
I
team.
think the Wo-Chien is a problem.
It is the only
Your
problem.
best trick room mons are physical.
To be honest, I would probably switch out the ocean for.
I would just pick a different grass type, I think. Wo-Chien's so hard to use, I think, as well. Because, like, you want to play it as a bulky grass, but at the same time, the teams you want it on, the physical attackers are good.
You know what's funny? Remember that map that I did for you?
Which one? Oh, yes, I remember that one, yes.
Yeah. Ocean is it is just
Yeah, I think Wo-Chien is kind of out of place. But as far as a hard trick room team, where would you rank this?
overall or as a hard trick room team?
Well, I mean, it would go on the tier list, really. And you're kind of the trick room guy.
Hard trick room teams are very hard to use. Let's put it that simple. So overall, it's B tier. I think it's B tier. High B tier actually, but
I think it's gonna go. We're gonna put Mawow's there, Halucha's there, Wild Soar's here,
yeah.
and we're gonna put it here.
Overall, this team goes in
trick room team. Azumaro's a good threat. Hariyama helps Cresselia and King Gambit. We all know how good those are. We just don't like Wo-Chien. Skelly Dirge is good, but we don't like Wo-Chien, and that makes us sad.
But overall, the only thing, it's just take the ocean out and try and get Serena or one of those pivoting grass types, even a Nosferatu.
Yeah, there's probably something you can find. But yeah, no, we don't like Wo-Chien. Wo-Chien hurts you. Alright. The Rocket City Cosmogs by Saw. Why is your logo not showing up? There we go. Wait a minute, you changed your team name, didn't you? I think you changed your team name.
Sit, dog, sit.
Oh well, I'll yell at JP. Either way, we have Landorus T, Volcarona, Rotomwash, Corviknight, Gudra, Gotharita, Persian A, Tauros, Paldea, Marini, and Magnemite. So, when you look at a Landorus team, the two things you look at: can I resist to something? Can I resist ice?
Hey, sit.
It does both of those things.
Continue. Sorry about my dog. Continue.
Oh. Either way, this team has both of those things for a Landorus team. Volcarona is a really nice threat this generation, being able to get away from 4X weak to rock. And that type chart there, oh boy. I've never seen a type chart with almost all R's.
Okay.
It is just all R's. This is kind of funny.
Alright, so let's...
Oh my god, that dog is gonna join us too.
Here, come on, sit. Alright, so, let's continue.
Yeah, so Persian Alola is one of the best support mons that it came back.
Mm-hmm.
It's still got its great toolkit of Fake Out, Snarl, Foul Play, Icy Wind, Parting Shot. Like, that moveset is tried and true. It's good. We all know how good Persian Alola is.
And Technician Takeout is not something everything can do because it's amazing.
It's much bulkier than people think also. Fur Coat is not
as because Fur Coats.
Yes. Like, I've ran Assault Vest Persian before, and that actually worked out quite well. Because it was Fur Coat and Assault Vest.
I remember it doubles the base defense, not the
Double Intimidate,
defense
which I think can be a problem against the few Defiant mons. There's actually not much competitive. There's not even that much Defiant, to be honest. So like, maybe that's less of an issue.
I think it's just bravery. I think it's just bravery.
Yep.
And this Quake is a thing
There is Disquig,
Discharge for
Landorus, and
CP.
Rotom. You are correct. And Landorus actually gets a nice buff this gen with Terra Flying Terra Blast, so it can actually hit something with physical flying, or special flying for that matter, which is huge.
Yeah, and Volcarona could be either Tailwind or
I like Volcarona
Quiver Dance.
in this generation. Just as a Quiver Dance Mon, as a support Mon, it can do both very well. It's got Rage Powder, Will-O-Wisp. I think it gets Light Screen too.
It does get screened.
And then it gets really strong attacks. Fiery Dance, Heat Wave, Bug Buzz, Giga Drain, Terra Blast. So I like Volcarona a lot.
No.
Rotom Wash can also do kind of a lot of those things other than the Rage Powder. But again, Water Electric, you take that. Corviknight is bulky. Go ahead.
Never mind. I looked at the tier list and saw it wasn't free. Continue.
I think this team just goes straight into A or maybe S because of the type chart. But
I think it's raw A actually. No, raw F. Because overall,
this
it's
team has,
hard.
Again, this is another one of those. This team has everything it needs. It has Fake Out as Intimidate. It has Trick Room. It has Trapping. It's got immunities. It's got physical, like a strong physical attacker. One of those, which is the one issue I see. Landorus being kind of the only real physical attacker. Goodra, I guess, can. And Tauros, but I can. But again, Landorus is going to be huge.
I think Taurus Paldea here is very underrated because for a month that all it needs to do is quick. All it needs to do is just quick CC. That's all it's here for, just a quick CC.
And like that's still fine, right? Like clicking CC is still fine.
Base 110 attack, oh please, that's more than fine.
Yeah. And it's pretty cheap too in C. The other ones are in B. So
I blame you guys for that.
I mean, I think high A or maybe bottom of S for this team. Like, there's not much bad I can say about it. The type chart's great. You have Landorus, which is one of the best physical attackers, and we talked about the other ones. So
yeah,
it's just it's boring, but it's good.
To be honest, compared to the other teams here, it's S tier.
Yeah.
If we're doing a consensus,
break screens.
It's S tier.
I learned that. Well, I actually knew that, but I used that today in my Premier Ball match with my Tauros. So.
Wait, what break screen? Raging Bull?
Tauros' signature move, yes, Raging Bull. I used it in my match today. It's great.
Does it vary on type?
It varies on type if whatever form you are. So for this one, it's just fighting. I think it's fighting. Oh. Correct me if I'm wrong if that one's fighting. I don't actually know. The water one's water and the fire one's fire. So. But no, it's a good team. It's just kind of boring to me is all. Alright. This team ripped apart, I believe.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy what the fuck is this?
So we can discuss this, and then I'm going to pull up the trades they make, because this team got ripped apart.
What the fuck is this?
I told you, it got ripped apart.
Alright, so the Caliper and the Basilican female are the only thing saving this team. After that, it's just...
Yeah.
Alright, Grimmsnarl fell off a fucking cliff.
Alright, so...
It fell off.
It's funny, people thought at the beginning of the generation Grimmsnarl was going to be this annoying piece of garbage. In VGC, it hasn't turned out that way. In Draft, however, I think it's still really strong. Prankster Screens is not something you can be upset about. As well as Grimmsnarl having 120 attack. This thing's a physical attacker, whether people like to admit it or not. The best way to use Grimmsnarl is to take advantage of that attack. That is my big tip for Ace Titanium. Take advantage of the 120 attack. Do it. Anyway.
This
Dragonite Pelipper. Pelipper Basculegion female. So, again, this one has Swift Swim as well. It doesn't show it because I need to yell at Wendell. But he loves when I do that. But Basculegion, like, even though this one isn't as physical oriented, Special Hydro Pump is still a thing. And it can go physical with Wave Crash and Rage Fist. 92 attack is still not nothing.
Wait, did you Rage Fist? Did you Rage Fist?
Not Rage Fist. Last respects. Jesus, I need to go to sleep.
You need a beer.
I do. Well, I need that too, but for different reasons.
Alright, so
like we have Rain with Basket Legion. We have Tailwind and some speed control for Reggie Drago. Articuno G, which is gone, so I'm not going to talk about it. Let's just talk about what trades this team made. That might be better, so that we can discuss.
To be honest, after the first 4 picks, you know what? Show me the fucking trade. Just show me that.
So, Articuno Galar is now a Palmot. So that's an electric type with Fake Out.
You're going to have to edit the duck? Because
yeah. Chestnut is now Stonejourner, so we don't have a grass type anymore. Jigglypuff is now a Bronzor. Whatever. It's a Trick Room mod now, which can set Trick Room, which could be important. Pikachu is now a Beartic. And Palmo is now a Dreadnought. Yes. So this team went hard into Rain. It picked up Beartic and Dreadnought, which are 2 Swift Swim mons. So there's 3 Swift Swimmers on this team. And then there's Palmont and Sojourner as kind of additions. No Articuno, no Chestnut, no Pikachu, no Jigglypuff, no Palmo. So half the team is gone. Prince? Uh-oh, he died. Is he still on the call? He should still be in the call, right? Wait. Oh, damn it. Should be here. Oh, he left the call. Very good. He left the call. That's pretty upsetting. Well, until he joins back, this team went full into Rain, which I do appreciate. And I think it's actually going to go up. We'll put you above here. There he is.
Yeah, that happened that one again. It's a running gag. Can you please share my screen?
Oh, I need to reshare my screen.
Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Okay.
Let's pretend.
My screen is being shared now. I put this team in A, like kind of below the Necrozmas, and Necrozma will probably move down. In fact, I'm just going to do that now.
Why is it A?
I think it's just a strong Rain team for the most part.
When was the Rain team? When was it a Rain team?
It's Pelipper and a bunch of things with Swift Swim.
Swim?
Huh? Articuno? Oh, you didn't hear any of them, did you?
I fucking died, you dick.
Alright, well, Articuno, Chestnut, Pikachu, Jigglypuff, and Palmo are all gone.
Cool.
And now there's a Palmot, a Dreadnought, a Beartic, a Bronzor, and a Stonejourner.
Deep.
So it's
Sounds like a good Rain team as well.
I think I'm gonna put it in A.
Low A, mid A tier is.
Yeah, low A tier. Alright, moving along. Crazy Cramorants, J-Star, Thunderous Incarnate, Tauros Aqua, Heatran, Moltres Galar, Slowking Galar, Sea Titan, Persian, Knucklestack, Lurantis, and Floette.
Alright, so I like the first 3 picks.
You like the first 3? Okay. I think Heatran again, is going to be one of those ones that really like Terra because Flash Fire is a nice ability. Terra Grass Heatran. It's coming.
Yeah, I like the Persian here, but so Titan and Slowking G. Whoa, that is interesting.
Yeah, so Slowking gets. Wait, does this. Somebody look it up for me. Does this Slowking get chili reception? This is important. Somebody look this up for me because I don't know. If the Galar Slowking gets chili reception, it does? Okay. There, that explains it to you. We have the slow snow.
That's thinking that Slowking can chill in reception.
Alright, well, we did it then. We figured it out.
We did.
Alright, so we have
Thankfully.
Fake Out, we have Trick Room, we have Tailwind. Moltres gets Tailwind. Thunderous with Prankster, Thunderwave, Scary Face, all that fun.
And a Defiant Mon, don't forget.
And it's a Defiant Mon, one of the few. Tauros Aqua, which is one of the best Intimidators.
Heatran, which is one of the best special attackers in the format.
And it's one of the Mons that's going to get Terra the most.
And so, Moltres G, I'm interested to see it without the Maxims.
That's another talking point, I think, is for this particular season. Moltres without Max, is it good?
I mean, I shared into Fairy Wrath isn't something to smile about.
It still gets Nasty Plot. And there is some speed control here, so if you do get like a Nasty Plot off with Moltres...
Yeah, because just Sash the Persian and Icy Wind.
Yeah, you just Fake Out with Persian and Nasty Plot. Then you go Icy Wind, Fire Wrath to death. That's just something you can do.
Funnily enough.
And it's a good line. And then you have a Thunderous and a Heatran who's kind of big chillin'.
So just this team just does either or and just click buttons. Yeah. That's all it does.
Just click buttons. The only kind of gripe I have is I don't see the Slowking. I'm not a believer in Slowking. Sea Titan. I think it's just bait. I think chili reception is bait.
You've seen what a Slowking can do. Don't disrespect.
I think it's bait.
It's not bait. Do you see that ability named On Tempo? It's very underrated.
I think it's going to go above the Plasma Fists. I think
I can respect that.
I really do. But I do like this squad. I think there's a good balance of types here. Lurantis isn't really a grass type, but just Heatran having 2 immunities around. Tauros being good to help with some physical types.
Go back to what you just said about Lurantis.
Lurantis is not a grass type. They took away superpower.
It still has Leaf Storm.
I'm gonna mute you the next time you say something that stupid. It's hard to get Lurantis to be good now because they got rid of its best move for no reason.
Alright, so I'm not going to talk about this. I'm not going to talk about this team because I am not going to talk about it.
You just don't want to? How can you not
I'm
talk
confused.
about a champion of last season? How do you not talk about their team?
I am very confused. What does it do?
Alright, so Meowscarada, Tauros, Blaze, Florges, Orthworm, Raichu, Houndstone, Hippowdon, Slowbro, Jugulus, and Venomoth. I don't know what your confusion is. This is just good stuff. .team.
Tell me. Enlighten me, please.
Alright, so we'll just start with the obvious one. Houndstone and Hippowdon. Good old sand action.
That's easy. That's
have
easy.
Slowbro to complement the Worm, the Florges, the Hippowdon for Trick Room. You have the Jugulus, Tauros, Meowscarada for a nice fast mode. And then Raichu and Venomoth kind of blend everything together. You have
am I behind you or am I high?
You have a good Firewater Grass core. That's for sure. That's a great Firewater Grass core. That's actually so nice because it has dark fighting and psychic too. So you have that kind of mini core there as well. Everything on this team is usable. I don't know what you are confused by. I think everything here is good.
I think people forget that I am not well versed in Gen 9.
It appears that way. It really does. I like how nonchalant that was. No, this team's got it all. I really like it. Krem trying to make a run back at winning Great Ball now after taking down Pokeball. I think Iron Jugulus is one of the most underrated Paradox Pokemon there are.
It is?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Boost your energy and run bulk. That's all you need to do, at least for me. But you can also just be straight up offensive. You have Air Slash, you have Dark Pulse, you have Snarl, you have Earth Power, to name a few. Tailwind. Like, when this was played in VGC, it was kind of more of a support mon with like Tailwind and Snarl. And you can still do that here. This team can make good use out of it. And again, you have both Tailwind and Trick Room. You have Redirection, you have Fake Out, you have Intimidate. You have more physical attackers than special, but your special attackers are really good. Florges and Iron Jugulus are both really good. And you hit a lot of types. I don't know what more you want.
So Venomoth get rage coder?
Yes. And you don't bring safety goggles against Venomoth.
Because it has?
Because Venomoth is not a Pokemon that comes every week. So you don't rely on it all the time, and that's whenever it does come, it becomes much better.
Exactly.
So this is, I think, is another S team. The S tier teams here have been really boring. Because they've just been good.
Right.
Like, there's nothing, like, real exciting. Like, this team has everything it needs. And I'm not that excited.
They just are their own great teams. They just don't
like
have that.
Regulus, though. That excites me. That makes me happy. And I do like that Cram drafted a good team. That makes me happy, too. But
we have not seen any bad drafts so far.
No, nothing has been too terrible yet. Mostly because you haven't drafted in this, but...
Fuck up you. We
are
on stream. We are on stream. We are on stream. Continue.
We have Frankenvon and Mercury, Milotics, and here is what we call Pure Sun. So, what I called in the previous one Stock Sun was Wake, Torkoal, and Trick Room Setter, is what I called Stock Sun. This isn't Stock Sun. This is Sun. There is no real Trick Room Setter. I'm not counting Curlia. Instead, you have Charizard and Slitherwing, which both have abilities that really like the Sun. And Tropius, for that matter, really likes the Sun. Fire, Water, Grass is here. Gastrodon is actually adding to that. Wow, wait, hold on. Is there 2 fire types, 2 water types, and 2 grass types? Nice. Look at that. We're redundant. But is it good redundant? Oh no, did he die again? I actually can't tell if he died.
No, I'm alive. I just had to.
Okay, yeah, you are alive.
The dog was
9
out of hands.
That's funny.
Alright, so this... Oh, why does this look so similar to my WBG team?
Well, it just doesn't have a Trick Room Setter. So it's not Stock Sun, as I call it. It's just Sun.
I would prefer Stock Sun, but...
No, Stock Sun has a Trick Room Setter. This team does not.
Oh.
Curlia is not counting. I'm not counting Curlia as a Trick Room Setter. I'm not doing it.
But So funnily enough, this team is a good trick room, not Sun team.
So
It,
Charizard and Slitherwing are very nice pairs for Sun. Like this team just wants to have
mhm.
Sun in play. Just like the team we saw that was Rain, that really wants Rain. This team really wants Sun. Walking Wake and
The
Torkoal,
only,
I think, are just gonna be like a nice pair that everyone's gonna draft together. And then
mhm.
now, do you see the double grass, double fire, and triple water? Actually, excuse me, triple water.
To be honest, I don't see a problem with it.
Of course you don't.
No, seriously.
As long as the opponent doesn't have freeze dry, this team is fine.
You know what's funny? I would probably switch out the Rillaboom for a Lilligant.
Yeah, Lilligan is kind of missing, and that's kind of part of the core.
Mhm.
As well as, like, again, a good Trick Room setter, but those are just kind of our preferences. As far as this team being a pure Sun team,
It's good.
it's good.
It's good
It's got
actually.
Fake Out. Slitherwing has Rage Powder, so you do have that. You have a strong special
Mhm.
attacker, a water type that can click water moves in Sun. Oh, what a world we live in. Just don't use Hydro Skate
Uh,
next to your Gastrodon. You might have a bad time.
Run Sticky Hold.
Of course.
Just. Do
Trust.
you remember the ability Sticky Hold Space?
Yes, I do know what Sticky Hold is.
It prevents Flapper.
And
I
then,
don't forget.
and we got good old Makalolo, which is really annoying.
It's basically a budget Hisuian Guja.
Kind of, yes. Assault Vest, this thing is still bulky, and it's very annoying. Poison Touch is a fun ability, too, if you ever use that.
Funny.
So we have Tailwind, we have Sun, we have priority attacks. We don't have a lot of speed control, really. I say Tailwind, but it's on Charizard. And Charizard wants to click
Yeah,
so,
that's cool. It's good enough.
yeah. I think this team is...
It's a,
I think it might be better than the Rain team. I think that's where I'm going to
so
put it. I'm going to
okay.
put it above the Rain team. But, like...
Mhm.
That's kind of where, like, again, it's similar to it in the sense that it really wants Sun, but I think the pieces here are a little better. Like, Charizard and Slitherwing and Walking Wake are much better than Beartick and Dreadnought, and I guess Basket Legion. So, like, there's that. And having a water type that can actually use water attacks in Sun is a benefit. But type diversity and kind of the lack of the speed stuff makes me not like it as much. I think if we put it here, we can move it. We're going to move a lot of teams around. Don't worry. All right.
Wait. Before you
Coastal
pick off,
Kilowatt Trolls.
before you pick off,
Hmm?
I'm gonna lie to you for me.
Yeah. Coastal Kilowatt Trolls by Alex with Urshifu Rapid. Urshifu Rapid fell to what number?
Sorry?
15. Urshifu Rapid went to 15. And Urshifu Single has not been seen yet. Christ.
You're joking.
I am not.
Wait, this is draft order? Wait, this is
Yes,
draft
this is
order?
draft order. So Urshifu Rapid fell this far.
I thought it was random.
No.
Wait, how did someone draft fucking Lake Torque at 14?
We don't talk about it. Anyways, Urshifu Rapid, Torn Eye, Ceruledge, Sandy Shocks, Decidueye, Scissor, Lokix, Tinkatuff, Zorua, and Spidops.
Wait, who checks them? How did Tornado Fire
Tornadus
drop
is...
the fish food?
Hmm?
How did he get drafted at 16?
I think you're just amazed at how he was able to get Urshifu Rapid at pick 15. You still can't get over that.
What were we thinking draft?
I don't know.
Thanks, double.
Anyways, so Fire, Water, Grass are all physical. Fire, Water, Grass are all physical. I guess you could do both ways for Decidueye. Yeah, you could do both. Tornadus and Sandy Shocks are going to carry the special load. And then Scissor and Low Kicks are going to be bug types that click priority attacks. That's how this team plays.
This team is weak to fire. It's not weak to fire that much.
This team is very, like, frail. Is what this team is.
They've not that storage stuff.
But as far as, like, the best stuff, like, you're bringing probably the top 6 every week, and that top 6 is a good team, I think.
Well, it's a good team. And probably some of Scissor with low kicks. Depending.
Well, the fact that you have, an immunity and a resist to fire does help the Scissor and the Decidui, and also Terra being a thing. And I think Scissor with the Bullet Punch and Technician is really solid in draft.
I need you to do look up a Bandit Urshifu CC versus Hatching.
Versus Heatran?
Versus Hatching.
Hatchum?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hatterene.
Why
The fully
Hatterene?
evolved.
Does that kill?
Let's
I'm
look
not
at it.
looking it up, but does it actually kill?
There's 50%.
Oh. Well, there you go. Tornadus can set the rain, so we have that as well. Hey, don't underestimate Sandy Shock's Clicking Thunder.
Do you remember that one?
You have Booster Energy for free, and you have Tailwind, Prankster on Tornadus, and you have Taunt, and you have Icy Wind, and you have Air Slash, and Bleak Wind Storm as a new move.
What does it lower again? Confusion or speed?
It can lower speed. And Urshifu Rapid, I think, is going to be one of the best mons in the format because it's a really strong water type, and it only got better with Terra and no Dynamax. So I think Urshifu only got better.
Do you remember the Twitter clip with Urshifu, Corasu, Tornadus Eye, and Ripard?
Okay.
Do you remember the Twitter clip?
I think, yeah.
It would be funny if this team had a Corasu.
It does not.
It would be funny.
We haven't seen Colossal yet, so maybe it wasn't drafted. But, alright. I think there's good stuff on this team. I think they're like the top 6 are good. They complement each other pretty well. I guess we can really only talk about the top 6 and Low Kicks. And like they're good.
I mean,
top 6 is good, I think.
You know what's funny? All these teams are boring. Because
I think
this is S tier at this point. This is S tier.
I'm not putting it in S tier. It's going top of A.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
So the 6-mon team aspect of it, and like kind of the sharing of weaknesses and kind of the frailty of the team overall, I think that's what plays a huge factor into it. Like I like the team, but I think that there are a few things, mostly the bulk that holds it back.
Mm.
But other than that, you have some of the biggest hitters. So.
I thought, it's funny. This team uses to. Oh, there is a defiant. Funny.
Yeah. All right, moving along, we have the Baltimore Blastoise, coached by Hero.
Holy shit! This team is S-tier.
He is Urshifu single, a mon I will not name, Zapdos, Klefki, Gyarados, Typhlosion, Spiritomb, Quagsire, Dunsparce, and Spoink.
You have to name the second one.
Do I have to say how I hate Amogus? Do we have to do this again? Oh no. This thing is the most useless and overrated thing in draft. I hate Amogus with passion. The fact that Terra Grass is a thing now, and running safety goggles against somebody's A tier isn't like that much free. and you don't handle grass types that well. Zapdos can only click Hurricane. Gyarados doesn't get a good grass or a flying move. Typhlosion's your best bet, and that's it. I'm going to Terra Grass against you. How are you stopping me?
Funny. This team loses to a lot. Let's see.
So the type chart is pretty good with no weaknesses. Like, it covers all the weaknesses well.
But it doesn't have good synergy. That's my problem.
So Keys and Amoonguss, I guess, are your support mons. Spiritomb set isn't that useful. It sets Trick Room, but what are you setting it for? Quagsire and Dunsparce? Gyarados can set up. Urshifu just is Urshifu.
It gets Swords Dance explanation, right?
I don't know. It just clicks Wicked Blow as far as I'm concerned.
This team is a bottom A tier or a high B.
I think it's an A tier team because of I guess how balanced it is. I just don't like Amoonguss. And like the type chart's really good, and you can theoretically use everything but Spoink. So like theoretically you can. Like Dunsparce is actually not the worst thing in the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's based on 100 attack and 125 HP with Soaring Grace and Body Slam and Headbutt, so
yeah,
it's not bad. It's just not useful.
I think I'm gonna put it at the bottom of A.
I agree.
It's got good and strong Pokemon, and like Klefki's really nice. Zapdos can get Tailwind. So like you have Tailwind, you have Trick Room, you have Screens. I just hate Amoonguss. We're done. We're done here. We're not talking about it anymore. We got two more teams.
No, number 7.
Number 17, I think. Right?
Before you say anything. In God's name, January drafted at 17.
Annihilate it picks 17. Yeah, it's weird how we live in a world where that happens, but I think the shiny new Hisui and home Pokemon took over that.
It should not have. Annihilate gets final gambit Rage Fist.
I would take a home Pokemon over Annihilate because it's new. But Annihilate is still good. I did.
You are lying. You would not take anything over Annihilate.
Okay. Anyways, Annihilate, Garchomp, Hydreigon, Espathra, Jolteon, Ditto, Cloyster, Ampharos, Brute Bonnet, and Blissey.
Alright, so this team, it's not good.
Do you want to... Here, wait, hold on. We're going to let you redo that take. Because I think you may have... You may have said some words that we probably shouldn't say. So let's take a step back. Take a drink of water. Alright, we'll say it again.
The team is not as good as
there we go. We did it. Alright. I mean, is it the big point here? And you can look at the type chart for at least where my logic is of the gigantic fairy weakness. Oh boy.
The team is not.
Ape, Chomp, Hydra, and Brute Bonnet, your best like attackers, are all weak to fairy.
You know what's funny? The Garchomp and Hydreigon, they will Terra Steel.
Yeah,
there is no question about it.
On this team. But you don't have, like, Terra Blast is the only thing you have to hit fairies. I guess Flash Cannon on Hydra. And I guess Garchomp probably gets Iron Head. And probably Annihilate too. Alright, maybe you're not relying on Terra Blast, but people are going to Terra Fairy against you. I hope you're aware.
And they will succeed because nothing here it's a fairy type. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it had a hard hitting steel type, I would say yes, but it does not.
The lack of a steel or a poison or a fire type.
Yeah, that hurts the
Uh,
skin a lot. Hurts it a lot actually.
yeah, Annihilate isn't that supported here either. Annihilate kind of wants a screen or two, and it wants a little bit of
Beat up.
help. Like, it doesn't need much, it just needs a little bit, and it kind of is missing a little bit of help here. I do
To be
like
honest,
Brute
I
Bonnet a
feel
lot more than Amogus, by the way. Brute Bonnet is
oh
bulkier, and it has more physical attack. The
oh
downside
perfect.
is it's a less good, or like its typing isn't as good. I think Grass Poison is much better than Grass Dark, but
It is.
I do like Brute Bonnet a lot more.
Hmm. You know what's funny?
Jolteon gets Eerie Impulse, you're correct, but
What it does?
yes, Jolteon is underrated. I actually think Jolteon with Terra, Jolteon actually gets the coverage it needs. Because before you couldn't hit a ground type to save your life, or a grass type for that matter. So Terra Ice is the easy fix, but like Terra Water is good, Terra Flying is good.
You know what's funny? If this team had more support for Scotland,
Well,
Jump and Annihilate,
you
it would
have
be
Rage Powder on Brute Bonnet.
it dies to a fighting team.
Okay, well, okay. I think we've
And,
seen
and
enough.
every,
The collusion of similar weaknesses among the best mons is a problem. Not a lot of
this
resists is
is
kind of a problem.
this team is ice speed. It's
Yeah,
fairly ice weak.
I think the typings
It's
alone
C
put it
tier.
down here. As much as I don't want to do this, I think it actually goes down here.
I think it's. I think. I think it could make a possibly bottom B since it doesn't really lose to anything in this tier list like instantly, but it's that bad.
The
It's that
typings is
bad.
all it is. Like, there's just too much similar, and that doesn't help you. All right, the last one, the Dallas Tyrannostars by Amarillo
Hey,
or Amarillo. I apologize if I announced that poorly.
I do not. It is.
Baxcalibur, Tinglu, Bronzong, Sneasler, Thwacky, Driftblim, Vaporeon, Rotom Heat, Impidimp, and Dedenne. I really like Baxcalibur. It's
Oh, this team.
well then. Tinglu
Oh,
plus good physical attackers and Sneasler and Baxcalibur is great. Bronzong is a really good Trick Room setter that you can Earthquake next to. Driftblim and some terrain with Thwacky. Sneasler with Thwacky as well. Thwacky doesn't get Glide, but it does still get Fake Out.
oh God.
And does it get Woodhammer? I think it still does.
Um,
Yeah, I think it still
focused on
gets
the
Woodhammer.
sneeze. Focused
Rotom
on the
Heat is a good
sneezer.
fire type. Impidimp isn't useless. Vaporeon's a decent water type.
The sneezer gets unburdened.
Yes, Sneasler gets Unburden. It unfortunately isn't
But
showing again. This doc needs help, unfortunately.
we blame Wendy. We blame Wendy.
But Sneasler does get Fake Out to help Baxcalibur set up or set up Trick Room. It also gets really strong close combat and Dire Claw, which is a really funny move. Blimp plus Thwacky can be annoying. Vaporeon, Rotom Heat are
Spin
kind of
Snap,
good.
Willow is.
Hmm?
Yeah, Spin Snap and Willow is two very annoying moves. And then two move for the special attackers where this team can start out a friggin' set if it
Yeah,
needs to.
it's got bulk, it's got power, it's got Tailwind, it's got Trick Room, Fake Out.
And a Rogue Vaporeon.
Yeah, and then there's a Vaporeon, just big chillin'. Disquake.
And this team has it all. It's first.
Type chart
Funnily enough,
wise, Fairy is a problem, but Rotom Heat can help a little bit with that, and Bronzong. So,
I
like, we do
think rock
have
types are
answers to
problem
Fairy.
too.
Yes?
I think rock side is a problem.
Well,
Rock
Tinglu and
slide.
Bronzong take care of Rock Slide, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah, it's not that bad.
I think this is a high A team.
I think it's third on here actually.
We'll put it in S for kind of order's sake. And you know what? I'm gonna put Karam up here. I'm gonna switch these two. All right.
I don't know.
So now we do the fun phrase of do we want to change anything? So do we think this is the best team? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. It has to compete.
I mean,
It's this,
mhm,
this,
yeah,
or this.
yeah, the Iron Man's team that it beats.
So what
It
order are
is
you
the Iron
putting?
Man. Snowville, Rocket City, then St. Louis. What's that, Bucks?
I think this is
What's
the
that?
order. I think how we have it here is the order.
Yeah, I agree with that order.
All right, very well. We will go ahead and screen clip this, as I think this is our official order. And remember, what we say is law. So
Yes.
whatever
What we
others said
say
about
is
the
law.
tiers, it's not law, and everything we say is law. So thank you all for watching, and yeah, be sure to check out more of my stuff because I am awesome. I play Premier Ball matches streamed every week. Be sure to watch those. And yeah,
if you want me
best of
to,
luck to all of you in Great Ball this season. It looks to be a very fun season. All right. Any last words, Prince?
this is a very competitive draft overall. That's all I can say about this.
Yeah, very
Very
competitive draft.
competitive.
So we'll see how it plays out and if our predictions are right.
Yeah.
But until
I'm
then,
looking forward to the matches.
yeah. And there's a whole week one of them played, so hooray.
Let's go.
All right. I'm done streaming. Peace.
Peace out.